Welcome to the Leadership Decoded podcast. Here, we provide you practical tips on how to lead at your very best at work and in your everyday life. I'm your host, Dr. Will Ramey, a former U.S. Army officer and combat veteran, a leadership and team dynamic workshop facilitator, and executive education adjunct professor. Today, we're discussing how to detoxify your work environment. You've got to be able to identify what serves you best and eliminate what doesn't. When you're able to operate in a space that is supportive and is there to help you be at your very best, you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish. Let's dive in. This episode is brought to you by Sweat Tent, the industry leader of the portable at-home wood-burning sauna. Being a leader can be stressful. That's why I've been a sauna user for many years. Did you know that consistent sauna usage 3 to 4 times a week not only relieves stress and improves sleep, but it also enhances your physical well-being and fosters mental resilience and cognitive clarity to be a better leader? And you no longer have to go to a crowded gym or buy one of those expensive and bulky at-home setups to experience the benefits of a sauna. Sweat Tent is the most portable and affordable at-home sauna on the market. The setup takes minutes and can reach 200 degrees in under 30 minutes. Harness the power of the Sweat Tent sauna to lead with clarity and poise. Sweat out stress, ignite creativity, and emerge a more focused leader. All Leadership Decoded listeners will receive $100 off when you use code LEAD100. Visit sweattent.com today to get $100 off your purchase with code LEAD100 at checkout. Again, that's sweattent.com to get $100 off with code LEAD100. Sweat Tent, improving your ability to lead at work and in your everyday life. It takes time and effort to create a high-performing team. Leadership abilities is one of the most important areas to focus on for team development. Dr. Will Ramey understands the impact that leadership can have on team performance. He's led a wide variety of teams in the U.S. Army and corporate companies, from being a first-line supervisor to a senior-level leader. His programs focus on experiential learning for immediate application, transformational growth through mindset and behavioral shifts, and sustainable change to drive long-term success. If you're tired of traditional learning and development programs and are ready for a hands-on learning experience that will increase knowledge and provide practical application directly to your work environment, reach out today. Visit drwilliamramey.com to find a solution for your team. Dr. William Ramey, positive mindset, proactive approach, proven research. Have you ever felt like your work environment is just holding you back? Whether it's clutter, whether it's constant dings and pings and interruption, whether it's people who are maybe dragging you down. Well, you're not alone. The idea that your workspace needs to be curated for your peak performance and your well-being is imperative. It is your space that you spend a lot of time in throughout the day. So when you spend time in that space, it needs to be as positive as possible. And I bet if you take a look around, there are some toxic things that you're dealing with within your workspace. So here's the good news. You have the power to detoxify your space, your physical workspace, your digital workspace, and your mental workspace, one step at a time. And for me, this was a big eye-opener. I want to give a shout-out to my friend and colleague, Jason Henkel from Focus to Evolve. He's got a wonderful course that he's laid out and that he and I are collaborating on a few different things called Spacious Productivity and Balanced Thriving. This program has shifted how I approach my workspace, how I approach my work day. And since I've taken on, incorporated elements from his program, it has really shaped how good I feel at the end of the day, which is something I probably wouldn't have said months ago, is at the end of the day, I feel tired, I feel brain fog, I feel decision fatigue, I feel worn down. At the end of my workday, I feel phenomenal. I feel great about what I accomplished because I have detoxified my space, and it's one where I can be at my very best, and I can feel good about that. And there's other elements from a recent book I read called We Should All Be Millionaires. It talks about detoxifying your workspace as well. That book, if you haven't read it, by all means, grab a copy of it. It'll make you think about what exactly it is you're pursuing and what you can pursue in your life. So with that, let's get to some of these ideas about detoxifying your workspace. Being able to identify the environmental toxins, so to speak, the workplace toxicity around you. These are negative influences and distractions that prevent you from being at your very best at work. These things can be physical clutter, they can be digital distractions, or even the mindset of scarcity and negativity that you're carrying with you throughout your day. So take a moment for a second, look around your workspace. Take account for what it is that you see from your chair, your perspective. Take a look around. Embrace that physical space. Do you see unorganized stacks of paper? As you're even doing this, do you hear a physical ping, or do you see a notification of an email coming in or a Slack message coming in? Think about, as you're taking a look around your workspace, do you find yourself seeing a stack of something or seeing a task in front of you, and you begin having that negative self-talk or that inner critic loop playing constantly in your mind? These are all toxins that can drain your energy within your workspace. So run a self-assessment by asking yourself, what am I doing that isn't helpful? Actions like complaining or venting with no movement towards a solution, right? Could be potential. Attitudes like holding grudges and anger might be something. So ask yourself, what am I doing that isn't helpful? And start to identify those things around you in that workspace that you want to make a change with. The next step here is going to be to eliminate what doesn't serve you. Purging negativity means getting rid of anything that doesn't support your growth and your peak performance. So for me, in the physical workspace, these were mounting stacks of paper. I like a nice, clean, blank slate where I can focus on one task at a time in that space. I don't need a reminder of, what I still have to do hanging there. I don't need a stack of things that aren't serving me well. I don't need to hold on to that report from a year ago and pull it back out as reference and having it see it in front of me. I also don't need a lot of clutter around my desk. Maybe something green, maybe something, a picture. For me, I've got a picture of family, and I've got a little motivational, inspirational quote about discipline and pursuit of big dreams. And that's what I need in my space. Very clean, crisp, clear workspace so that I can focus on the task at hand and not be distracted. The digital workspace for me was something that I needed to eliminate what wasn't serving me. The outlook of being set up to have pings of every new email that came in, of having dings of meetings that were 15 minutes out, of having the workspace set up where I just see emails coming. Thanks to Jason and his work, it did a whole restructuring of that outlook to act more as a personal assistant and to help me focus on one task at a time. And that restructuring, is as simplistic as it sounds, made a world of difference because it decluttered. It wasn't wearing on me seeing what was coming in and what do I need to respond. I'm trying to work on this, but now I see something new, so I'd shift that and I'd go back and forth, and it would just drain me throughout the day. Because I wanted to constantly be on, but what I needed to do was constantly be focused on that task so that I could be at my best and produce at my best. Think about purging things that don't serve you well. This could involve restructuring your Outlook, your Gmail to eliminate distractions, to set up your task list and only focus on one task at a time. It could be unfollowing negative influences on social media. If you've got things on social media that you're getting fired up about, or that pull you down or drag you down, or maybe that envy, monster starts creeping in, get rid of it. You don't need that in your life. There's no time for that. And you can even start addressing toxic behaviors that interrupt your workflow. If you've got time where you need to have an open window and be there for your team, keep them in that window. Set those boundaries. If you've got time that you need to do some deep focused work so that you can produce something tangible, set that boundary. Set those physical conditions. Maybe you do need to close your door. Maybe you do need to shift away from your computer and come out to a different workspace. Maybe you do need to shut the blinds so you don't see if you're working from home, the cars, constantly passing by. So think about that and conduct an environmental review. What is in your physical and digital space that is a negative influence? Where are you spending your time at work? Identify your boundaries and reflect back on where your time is going. Third, who are you spending time with at work? If they're not mutually supportive people, if they're not people that you trust, if they're not people that you can be candid with, who are focused on lifting each other up and solving problems, it's time to cut. The goal here is to create a more inspiring, supportive, positive work environment so that you can be at your very best. So creating a positive and productive space is one that nurtures your creativity, that allows you to focus and go deep into focus, and allows you to safeguard your well-being. This might mean introducing elements that boost positivity, like a motivational or inspirational quote, calming colors, a small plant, making time to check in and inspire on a colleague or a team member, putting that throughout your day, practicing gratitude, checking on people. All of these different things you can utilize to set that physical and digital and mental condition around you to be able to be at your best. Transform one part of your workspace today. Just take one part of that on. Start small. See the difference it makes. Maybe add a vision board, maybe set up a dedicated spot for focused work. Whatever change it is that you make, take time to then notice the impact that it had. Something like clearing off your desk, keep it clear, put that into your routine. If it's something like going to check on a colleague or having a supportive lunch, check in with yourself after to see how the impact that it's having on you. Detoxifying your work environment, it's not a one-time event. This is a constant, ongoing process so that you can keep up, set the conditions for your success and the success of those around you. You can start by identifying the toxic elements and eliminate what is not serving you. You can curate a space that boosts your well-being so that you can walk out of work feeling great and going to whatever's next for you. If it's family, your family deserves you coming home from work and being able to have value-added quality time with them. If it's friends, your friends deserve the same thing. If it's whatever it may be, you want to be able to walk out of work to be able to still communicate, engage, interact with people at your very best and not go home from work, shove down some fast food on the way home and go to sleep because that's all the energy that you have left. Life is more than that. And by detoxifying your work environment, you're going to set yourself on a path where you can have a life well lived. You can be positive. You can be healthy. You can take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. Your environment should work for you, not against you. Take one step today, and I guarantee that you're going to feel the difference tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in to the Leadership Decoded podcast here in the Loop Internet Studio. If you enjoyed today's episode and found value in it, give us a like, drop us a comment, download it, and share it with your fellow leaders, because information is power, and power should be shared so that we can all lead at our very best. If you'd like to go further, let's connect. You can find me on LinkedIn at Dr. William Ramey, on Instagram at Leadership Decoded Pod, or on Instagram at Will Ramey 1. If you've got an idea or you want a topic covered on this show, I want to hear from you. Send me an email at will@onthestacks.com. Let me know what it is you want covered, and we'll put it in an upcoming episode. I'm your host, Dr. Will Ramey, and I'll see you the next time you press play.